Listen, gray skies, getting cold as hell out. It's wintertime. Everybody talk about cuffing season. Let me tell you how motherfuckers be bluffing season. Because today's topic, because I'm going to try to change up a little bit here, go over some different things, is about fake ass people, right? It's about fake friends. The reason being is, I bet you over the last 10, 15 years, probably in high school, you start learning about fake people. Now, the most important thing to realize is that somebody once said, everybody uses somebody. Now, I don't agree with using somebody. I agree with bartering information, knowledge, whatever, right? If they helping you with something, you help them with something. You don't have to be tight. You don't have to be brother and sister. You don't have to be, blood thicker than water. I don't care about any of that, right? But you got to understand that there's a difference between being real and being fake. And being fake carries you along to all of your relationships, friendships, parenting, all that stuff, right? Like if you a fake ass person, you a fake ass person. And I think that, people get away with so much in life about being fake, right? Because people don't live with that knowledge of what happens when you act like that. Where I came from, the culture I grew up in, if you acted a certain way, you was getting smacked in the face. There's no question there. You was getting smacked. There wasn't pretty much no talking, none of that, right? And you have to realize that from a young age, elementary, middle school, high school, as you get older and you living in that culture, you start to realize that, man, that's how life should be. Life should be that if you acting a fool, you acting fake, talking shit, you get smacked. Because at the end of the day, there's a repercussion. And getting smacked in the face, getting punched once, that's a pretty light repercussion compared to what it can be. I've seen people, I've been around when my own people have pop other people, and they've also done it to my other sets of friends. I used to work in a trauma center, and I would get them people coming in as gunned down. Think about that, man. You seeing your friends from your other friends, because they different groups, doing this kind of stuff to people. Repercussions. Remember, everything you do is a cause and effect. And fake friends, it, to me, burns my soul up. That, to me, is probably one of the biggest things that bends me out. Because here's the deal. I don't even like to use the word friend very much. I think everybody throws it around. You meet somebody once or twice, you guys have a kosher conversation, you guys do all right, you might hang out once in a while, and you think that that's your friend. That's not your friend, man. Your friend is somebody that's down for you, not when you're gonna do something so dumb that it's gonna tear both of y'all down, but down for you in regards of, like, if you need somebody to get your back in something, and they can do the best their ability to have your back, they gonna do that, right? Everybody thinks that, oh, ride or die, you're gonna go out and we gonna rob a bank. Come on, man. I mean, let's be honest, man, because they gonna go to jail the same as you, and they probably don't need to, and just having your back to go to jail really ain't smart if it's a dumbass decision. But if you got some shit going on in your life, you need to take care of some business, somebody was very disrespectful to you, threatened your family, you might have to take your boys and take whatever needs to be done, right? That's having your back. But if it goes above and beyond and you're doing some war crime, that's a little different, right? Like you really setting yourself up. You know what I mean? But what kills me is when people ghost people, because to me, that's one of the biggest fake friends, right? And I know that everybody's experienced it. I have in my lifetime before, and it's wild to me. It's wild. Because you sit here and y'all be the first people to use your friends for something, right? Maybe there's somebody who's always helpful for you in doing something, but as soon as times get a little weird, or maybe they get into relationships or whatever, man, they get a little butthurt about stuff, they'll leave people. I've seen them just ghost people. Hell, I've been ghosted about I don't even know what. That's the thing. When you ghost somebody, you're being fake, because you said that's your boy. You should be man enough to say something, or girl enough, whatever, to say something to them, to be like, hey man, listen, you did a trash decision. You made a stupid ass mistake. You are dumb. Okay, let's talk about it. See if it's, reconcilable. And maybe it doesn't even involve you. That's the biggest thing. It kills me when people will bounce out of people's life for something that ain't even related to them, right? You made a bad decision, they bounce out. It wasn't nothing to do with them. You know, it could have been you was making bad decisions in relationships or your job or financial or personally, you know, maybe, you know, whatever. That ain't considered a part of their life. It didn't actually change their life. So to bounce out on your friend like that, I think is just trash. And you see it all the time. Some of y'all that watch this might not even recognize it until you hear this, and then you're like, oh, dang, that's crazy. Yeah, man, I did experience it. And that shit hurts anybody. I don't care what anybody says, oh, it don't matter, cool. Nah, it does matter, because at the end of the day, if you a loyal person, you're going to be upset about it because your loyalty was taken advantage of. You know, your ability to have somebody's back was taken advantage of. And that's the biggest slap in the face, I think, for a lot of people, is when they actually sit there and realize, man, somebody used me for something. Think back on your own life. Did you ever use somebody for something? Maybe you didn't realize you used them for something, but you might have. And if you did, and it's somebody who you still kind of communicate with, you should probably hit them up. Hey, man, my bad, man. You know what? I was acting real dumb before. I was doing things that really wasn't considered a nice thing to do. I really wasn't trying to, you know, increase the friendship or whatever, right? And, you know, and I always remember this, man, this 50 Cent quote, man. I hate to quote something like this, but it is what it is. In one of his old ass interviews, he was talking about his grandpa. He was like, man, my grandpa says you can get as far as the people you talk to for no reason, right? And he's like, the reason for that is if you talking to somebody and they got nothing to offer you, what the fuck they gonna do for you? What the fuck they gonna matter for you? You know, it's paraphrasing, but, and you know, like it's super true, right? Because friends, real good ones, they gonna feed off each other, right? Like if you just need a good laugh, you might hit your friend up and they always gonna bring you a good laugh, right? And you know, that communication with them makes them feel good, right? Or somebody might be good at helping you with something and you're super good at helping them with this other stuff, right? Always remembering that even though it might be inconvenient to you at this moment, they might do something for you that might be inconvenient for them, right? So never leave somebody out in the cold. Don't ghost people. Understand that, man, like friends, you may not talk to all the time. You might go, man, like 6 months and you might not talk to one of your people because at that moment, your life season is not in line with their life season, right? It's just not. And that's okay. Man, like everybody's paths are different. Like, man, I got some people who, you know, I might send a video to every so often about some shit I'm doing, something dumb I'm doing around the house, you know, some type of stupid skit I'm doing, or a skit I saw online, whatever, man, just something dumb. I'm gonna send it to them and we gonna laugh about it. And we probably go to the barbecue with them every so often. You know, they might come out with me out into the lakes and stuff. But like on a normal basis, I probably don't have to talk to them every day because I don't really have something to communicate with them. And to me, communicating with them regularly, if I'm not going to invest myself, is probably detrimental in that regard because that's just showing that I don't really care. And that's not appropriate. And I do care. I just maybe in this season, I'm not really able to invest myself in that. And they can't either. And it's okay because as soon as y'all hang out, it's like y'all never stopped hanging out. Literally, like you could go a couple years of not really getting to hang out. You communicate, you know, here and there just to keep, you know, a good kosher communication between each other. But, you know, you finally hang out and it's like you never not hanged out. Like that to me, that shows you if that's a good person or not. That's a good friend because you guys are both on the same wavelength regardless of time in between, right? And, you know, that even goes to your relationships, right? Like your relationship, you may not be able to talk to your girl all day long. Like, you know, that constant like text. I think we think that we need that because of instant gratification, but it's not always going to give you that. Like that's still your friend too. She's not just your girl, that's your friend. And you know, you might just not have that every day in you to communicate all day long, but when you coming home, it's like y'all never went to work, right? It's like y'all always together all day because you guys have such a cohesive relationship. It works across all aspects of that. But once you fake and once you show that you're not dependable and you have ulterior motives or you're not really going to have their back like that, to me, that just shows who you are as a person. That literally shows truly who you are, and you need to be better than that. So, man, the one thing I'm going to just say is don't be a fake ass friend. Don't be fake. Don't just ghost people. Don't just use people. Like, don't do that, man. Be who you are. Understand that they might serve a purpose in your life and you can serve a purpose in their life. That doesn't mean that you're using each other. It means that y'all are helping each other out while still being able to communicate about things. And maybe that brings a little bit of joy or a little bit of connection, whatever, man. It doesn't matter. Just don't be fake. You better than that. Don't follow the same shit that everybody else does, man. Keep at it in life. Steady pressure, one foot in front of the other. No matter how hard that shit gets, man, there's always tomorrow. There's always an hour from now. If you keep working at it, you're always going to have that. Just keep at it, man. Stay up.